Deputy Speaker, I'm delighted to speak in this debate on my first International Women's Day as a member of this House. And I'd just like to say that the speech by my honourable friend from Birmingham and Yardley reminds me that when I was a teenager, my cousin was actually brutally raped and murdered. And it was really powerful, and I just want to pay tribute to that speech, really. I'd also like to thank the Honourable Member for Basingstoke and members from across the House who support this debate, and Backbench Business Committee for helping to facilitate it. Today I would like to celebrate some of the achievements and advancements women have made and highlight some of the challenges we still face. Last year marked 100 years since women gained the right to vote and to sit in the House of Commons. We marked this occasion with the brilliant 209 Women exhibitions, which powerfully displayed the contribution women are making to this House daily. We've also seen the rise of the Me Too movement, which has swept the globe and forced a long overdue reassessment of our treatment of and response to sexual harassment and abuse. We saw the first conviction of female genital mutilation case, which sends out a strong message that this crime cannot be tolerated, along with the upskirting legislation. But there is more to do, and I hope we can soon classify misogyny as a hate crime. Within the Labour Party, we've just launched important new sexual harassment procedures, which give victims access to an independent advisor throughout their case and support from the Rape and Sexual Abuse Support Centre. This is industry-leading practice and is rightfully being celebrated. Although much can be celebrated, we're yet to achieve full gender equality for women of the world. Recently, in a conversation with a friend of mine, she said, "We women have never won anything without a fight." Indeed, what is won without a fight? And that is true. And International Women's Day is about all women, from all backgrounds, all ages, lifestyles and experiences. And I was delighted to meet you two young women this morning, 16 and 17 years old, from the DC IPS, speaking up for their rights and fighting for them, and rightly so. From the suffragettes to Rosa Parks, to those women who blaze the trail in this House, to fantastic women in this chamber, including the gallery, and I'm pleased to say there are some constituents of mine from Lewisham East here as well. With all that said, in this day and age, there are many women and girls who do not have the ability to fight, but we who can fight must fight for them. In naming a few areas, much more needs to be done to reduce gender inequality in employment, in gender pay, in pensions, in prisons, and to eliminate, period, poverty. In employment, female employment rate is still lower compared to men. Gender pay is much lower than the male counterpart, and the median rate is up to £100 less. The reality of money, even in old age, is far from equal. And I don't think anyone can disagree with this when we consider the WASPy women who have been failed their retirement fund. This should not be the legacy of many of our older female British population. When we come to prisons, according to the Prison Reform Trust, nearly 1 in 3 foreign national women in prison are serving a sentence for drug offences. This doesn't sound right. Sentencing guidelines should be reassessed. Consider mitigating factors such as evidence of coercion. Black British women are overrepresented in prison. This is overwhelmingly due to socio-economic inequalities that arises from deprivation, disadvantage and discrimination. Now, the extent of period poverty is a national embarrassment. Socks, toilet paper and kitchen towel are some of the items being used by girls and women as sanitary products. Period poverty is on the rise, and 1 in 10 girls are unable to afford sanitary products each month. On this issue, that is fundamental to equality for women. The government should abolish VAT on sanitary products and immediately explore ways to achieve universal free access. We could start with our own house, and I'm supporting the campaign to ensure free sanitary products are available here. Madam Deputy Speaker, A 2017 report from the World Economic Forum said it could still take another 100 years before the global equality gap between men and women disappears. I hope I speak for the whole House when I say we cannot afford to wait that long. It is a responsibility that should not be taken lightly by this government or any other government.